Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and welcome back to another weight loss video. Petite women, please stand up. I recently jumped back on the loser wagon after a year hiatus, though I don't think you can really call it a hiatus because I barely started. I digress. Do any of you petite women, or men, though I don't know much about the male petiteness, feel like you get a little bit of the short end of the stick when it comes to weight? According to BMI calculators, a healthy body weight for my height is 115 pounds. I can't even remember a time when I was 115. I think it was before I knew about weighing myself. But now that is the optimal weight and my goal weight. In theory, this should be rather easy because it is only like 25 pounds from where I am now, but it feels like a vast chasm of a distance. I guess I'm just interested in your thoughts and looking for some solidarity. Please stand up. I am standing. I'm 5'3", and a normal BMI for my height range is 105 pounds to 140. When I was in high school, I started dieting when I weighed 145 pounds and got down to about 115. This diet also triggered a 5-year battle with an ED, which is why I gained all the weight back and then some, and I don't look good at all. Sallow skin, bags under my eyes, and the weight just didn't fit my frame. I'd like to get down to about 135 pounds again, as that's where I looked and felt my best. I have about 65 to 75 pounds to go, more or less. I don't weigh myself due to my history with my ED. It just makes me happier and healthier. I'm 5'1". Dieting sucks for me because I'm basically a hobbit. I'm always thinking about food, but if I want to lose weight, I have to severely cut calories. I'm resting around 120-ish pounds right now, but I'm hoping to get down to around 105. I just hope my belly pudge goes down a little bit by then. I am 5'3". I was healthy, happy, and mexy at 125 pounds. Then I gained over 100 pounds. I'm now 40 pounds down and working on the next 70. I don't want to marginalize what you're saying, but 25 pounds is no chasm. If I had stopped myself at only 25 pounds overweight, I wouldn't have ruined so many things about my body and my confidence. Capitalize on the relatively reasonable amount of weight you have to lose. Focus on the positive outcomes, and don't see it as some unbridgeable gap. You're more than capable of losing weight. Also, keep in mind that 115 pounds might not work for you. Just like 107, the lowest end of healthy weight for my height, or 140, highest, wouldn't be healthy for me. I just happen to have the luxury of having been fit and athletic previously, so I don't have to guess. In fact, my goal weight is actually a range from 120 to 130. And do the work, stay positive, and move forward. You can do this. I'm 5'3", and my range is 118 to 141 pounds. I'm aiming for 139 because it's 50 from where I started. I'm 145 now and wearing a size 8. All the charts define me as clinically overweight. If I go below 130-ish pounds, I stop losing weight from my body and my face becomes gaunt. But 130 means I can fit into a size 4 or 6, depending on the brand. Technically, even at 130, I'd still be classified as overweight. Fell off the wagon after going from 180 to 132 to 170. Currently 155 and 15 more to go. If a size 4 is overweight, there is something incredibly wrong with the system. I'm not as short as many of the other posters here, but I am 5'5", and I fully feel the same. I feel like I've been cheated by everything I've been taught since childhood. I can eat 1,500 calories to maintain my current weight with light activity, at 10,000 steps a day average. I'm currently lighter than I was in 6th grade, and I am still considered overweight for my height by the BMI for another 10 pounds. It just seems a bit unfair that I was raised on this idea of a 2,000 calorie balanced diet, when it's more like an indulgence for someone of average height. What kind of BS was the food pyramid telling us little people to eat 6 to 11 servings of grains every day, and 3 servings of dairy? I can't eat 6 servings of grains and be under 2,000 calorie. I feel like the FDA is as much to blame for the diabetes and obesity epidemic as fast food is. I'm 5'1", and my BMI says at the top of my normal weight range is 130 pounds. I'm short, but I don't really consider myself to be petite. I have an hourglass shape with extra meat between my natural waist and hips, also a large bust. I can't really imagine getting back down to 130, but I've been close as a healthy adult, so I guess it is possible. It just feels really odd to me to be considered 20 pounds overweight, but still be able to comfortably wear a size small or medium and a size 6 pants. On this channel, I narrate weight loss stories to help those on a health journey. Every single video is uploaded to give you kind of hope and motivation to keep going on your journey, and you'll join our awesome positive community, the Narwhals. So please tap subscribe below. I would really appreciate it. A short woman here. It can be tough for petite women with a small total daily energy expenditure to eat at a calorie deficit. I found that using exercise to increase that value has helped a lot. Also, the more weight I've lost, the more my goal weight has changed. I think it really depends on one's body composition. Initially, I thought 115 pounds would be perfect, but I'm sitting at 130 right now, and I don't have very much fat left in my body to lose. A heavy strength training equals heavy muscles. I lost the first 90 pounds by sticking to 1,200 calories a day for 1 year. And now I eat between 1,900 to 2,600 calories a day to keep up with my gym schedule. I feel like a king compared to how little food I've been accustomed to eating before. I'm still losing, but very slowly. I'm not even sure what my goal weight is. I can't imagine going below 120 though. As for your goal weight, I would suggest letting that number evolve as you go. Yeah, I'm 5'2", and my original goal weight was 140 to 145 pounds, because that was my healthiest weight as an adult, and my body seemed pretty happy in that range. I didn't want to go lower than 140 without serious commitment. And then I checked the BMI calculator again, and realized that 140 still puts me just in the overweight category, FML. So I lowered my goal weight to 135. I have a large bust and a muscular build, so we'll see what happens when I get there. I might just accept my 140 to 145 range, depending on how I feel. Who knows? I might want to keep on going. Anyways, I feel your pain. We totally get gypped on the whole calories thing. Eating 2,000 calories a day will likely never be healthy for me in this lifetime, unless I become a hardcore athlete. I feel a little weird saying this because nobody else in the thread is saying anything positive about being short, but alright. I absolutely don't feel like I got the short end of the stick. There are pros and cons, but there are pros and cons to everything, even being tall. And pros, more bang for your buck when you exercise. If you normally get to eat 1,200 calories and you exercise 300 off every day, it has a big impact on you. If a big and tall person exercises 300 calories off every day, it might not even show at all. Enjoying food more. When you get to eat less, you really savor what you do get. Cheaper food. You can share meals because you don't have that ravenous appetite of a big and tall person. And maybe when you're just starting out you do because you're used to overeating. But at least for me, appetite normalizes when you've been at it for a while. The cons, restaurant portions are way too big for us. When people serve us food, it's too much for us. This can be good too, example sharing or saving some for later, but if we aren't aware, we might feel jealous or deprived or something. But it's just a matter of attitude and knowing yourself, knowing the portions are too big and that it isn't us that are the wrong somehow. The only real con for me is when I would stand in the crowd in concerts and was unable to see or breathe. A really scary experience sometimes. But that had its pros too. I would always run like hell to get to the front of the concert because I couldn't be further back. I made sure I got there. So I always got to flirt with the cute guitarist. It's all about attitude, ladies. I'm 5'2", and my thinnest weight as an adult was 129 pounds at age 18. I got up to 250 pounds-ish now, and I'm now around 187. I'm working with my dietitian, and she wants me to be around 130 pounds to begin with, which puts me just inside the normal BMI range. I have friends who are 5'2", and at all weights within our BMI range of like 105 to 135, depending on the calculator, and they all look good for their body type. My petite friend looks cute closer to 100. Another friend looks cute at 135. I do think that being at the bottom of the range isn't the end game for everyone. Honestly, while I have considered the whole "we are so used to seeing overweight people, we don't know what normal is" theories, in my family, a lot of the healthy women who do things I want to do, run, workout, hike, etc., with a similar height and body type to me, are all either in the upper end of normal BMI or in the lower end of overweight. And in my family, we usually have low body fat percentage for our weight as well. And so I am happy if my dietitian is happy. And when I'm at the top of the normal end of 130, it is all hypothetical because it is 60 pounds away. I could find that I want to go down to 110 or 120, but I will decide when I get there with my dietitian's help. I'm 5'1", starting weight 196 pounds, current weight 125. I'm maintaining for 10 months, contemplating trying for 115, right there with you. And people are like, short people are so lucky. 5 pounds makes such a difference. Ugh, do they know what losing 5 pounds takes from me? My total daily energy expenditure is 1480 calories a day. I have to eat 1200 calories a day to lose weight, and it sucks sometimes. I'm tired of it. Sorry, I've been on maintenance for 10 months now, and I'm really struggling. I've gained 4 pounds in the last 2 months. I used to be able to not look at food and just pretend it wasn't there, but now I see the food and I think, I just don't freaking care anymore, and then I eat it. I'm 5'2" and 30. My goal weight, according to BMI, seems impossible, as I've never been that weight. I've been smaller, sure, but never around 120 pounds. I run and I lift weights, so I'm generally active, but I seem to weigh heavy, meaning it's a surprise to a lot of folks that I weigh what I do. Right now, about 153, started at about 163. I like to think that it's because of the muscle, but I'm not really sure. I'm aiming for 145 pounds to see how that feels. I'm healthy and not too concerned about the arbitrary BMI designations. With MyFitnessPal, I've learned quite a lot and found food above all else makes the difference. And now it's about figuring out the right macro mix to make sure I'm not hungry and angry all the time while still in a calorie deficit. 1200 just wasn't working. The plus side to being small is that even losing 5 pounds does make a noticeable difference. And that brings us to the end narwhals. If you haven't yet, please consider tapping subscribe below the video. After tapping subscribe, you'll join our awesome positive community, the narwhals, and you'll be updated for future videos that help you stay on track for your weight loss. Thanks again to those who are already subscribed. I really appreciate it. And now to the featured narwhal of the day. 30 pounds in 2 years. Yes, I'm a weight loss turtle.